This little bag here is all that stands between us driving Bernard's van for the first time. We've got a couple of bolts in here that are needed to fix up the centre bearing on the prop, a couple of riv nuts to secure some things with, and hopefully I'll be driving. So let's get back to the workshop quick, get them in and see if we can drive around the yard. Okay, so we're running. I've bled the power steering a little bit more. There was a little bit of noise coming from the pump. Didn't want to do any damage. So jacked it up, spun the wheels round, put some more fluid in, and now that's silent. So I'm happy with that. And now it's time to see if we've got any forward or reverse gears. And then maybe, if we do, oh, and brakes, that might help, a sneaky drive around the yard. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking. First time you take it out of park. Foot on the brake, let's see if it works. Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah, the brakes are working, as is reverse. Neutral. Drive. Would have helped if I put some mirrors on. So it's definitely a slowly increasing the distance kind of affair. But I think I'm going to drive it up and down the yard. We're not quite ready for the road, but the yard will be fine. Well, we're moving and we're picking up through the gears. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's barely any throttle. It's time to bolt a few more things on so that I can trial this thing on the road now. I've been up and down the lane. It's full of potholes. You can't exactly go any decent speed. And it seems to be changing through the gears in the auto box. I haven't really had a chance to bang it over and try the manual mode. Let's have a little stage progression before we get that far ahead. But so far so good. I think it could be pretty lively. I've bolted the strap, this tension member in for the seat, because to be honest, it feels sketchy as hell, especially with no doors on and just a lap belt. I think Bernard might live to regret that decision, and we may end up putting some harnesses in or some slightly more huggy seats. So just getting it to the point where I'm happy to drive it down the road. We've got the number plates to go on. I'm going to put them on in a second. Yeah, bumper. I should probably put a bumper on really, and I'll remove these Clecos and put some fixings in here. It's kind of late afternoon on a Friday, so the traffic would be pretty dire on the road down here. So what I'll probably do is spend a couple of hours getting this ready rather than heading out and it be somewhat ready and then find myself stuck in the traffic, or worse still, have an issue, side of the road, rush hour traffic flying past me. So I'm going to leave it. It's a nice evening and I'll head out once the traffic's died down a bit, and that gives me a bit of time just to regroup and sort the little jobs out that need doing.
This is madness. This is
It's road test time. Let's see how it goes. Apologies if you can't hear me once I get started. It is quite noisy. As you can see, we are al fresco, shall we say. We've got no engine covering, no screens, no doors, no bonnet. We do have a number plate though, so I think that means it's legal. Let's go. This lane is terrible. The yard, the potholes are awful. So we're just going to go really slowly out of here. Let it warm up a bit as well. I'll probably end up raising it back up for Bernard because I'm pretty sure he'll be going places where you need a little bit of ground clearance. And at the minute I've got it set for my taste. Low. So we'll start off just checking it changes gear properly. I have had it up and down the yard, so I've felt it go up through the gears, and then we'll worry about banging it into manual mode later. I think for now it's important just to get the basics squared away. Hopefully the road's nice and quiet now. That door is so noisy, that rear door. Not what you want for a first drive out on the road. I can't tell if it's anything to worry about or just that door clanging around. Need the Lunar Rover to get over this bit at the minute. Saves on speed bumps, I guess. Right, let's go. She gets down. That was barely any throttle and we're at about 50. It's pretty windy. I probably need to find somewhere to turn around now. I probably shouldn't be out on the road too long, although I think it's pretty legit. It doesn't look it. Okay, let's wait for a little window. So far, I mean, it feels fast as hell because obviously there's no glass in the front, so I'm just getting pummeled. It's like being on a motorbike without a helmet. But I mean, it drives pretty tight. It doesn't seem to wander much, and yet we haven't had tracking or anything like that done. So far so good. The lap belt. I mean, the lap belt and the wobble in the seat. It's basically death on a stick. I think we're going to have words with Bernard about upgrades. Right. Let's go. Yeah. Wow. She goes. I think this thing's going to be pretty rowdy. She picks up well. Picks up very well. Yeah, that was fun. Real fun. I mean, the more I drive it now, the more I'm going to get comfortable with it, get happy with everything. Obviously, I'll get it on the ramp and do a big old spanner check, make sure everything is good. How are we looking at heat? I mean, it's not even getting all that warm, which is great. Oil pressure's good. Fuel gauge is reading. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I really do need to spend a bit of time now that it's just run up and done some miles. I think we've done 4 miles so far. Sweet. Yeah, just going through bits and making sure that it's all happy. At the end of the day, the vehicle's been built from pretty much scratch, so. Okay, so we've got a slight issue there with it not selecting in Tiptronic. I was partly expecting that because this shifter and the wiring loom and that arrangement is not apparently a proven solution. So we might have a bit of to-ing and fro-ing with William at House of Talk to sort that out, but I'm sure we'll get there. The fundamentals are there. We've got the transmission, we've got the shifter. We've just got to get it talking to each other. But still, you can see how quick that picks up, how well that gets down. It's going to be rowdy as hell. That door though, we're going to have to do something about that. Woo! I feel rather windswept, as you can imagine, but what an epic way to finish the day. What? Woo! Yeah, other than the seat being deaf on a stick, pretty good. I think this thing's going to be a lot of fun. Here we are. What an epic road test. That couldn't have gone much better, to be honest. Sure, there's a few little things that I need to look at. That it would be a miracle if there wasn't after such an extensive build, but nothing alarming. Everything seems to be just how you'd want it, and we can only improve from here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Click like, subscribe, all that stuff. Help us grow this channel so that we can keep bringing you epic stuff like this. And I'm going home to sink a beer in the sunshine. I think a very well earned one. Thanks, everybody. See you in the next one.